What's up, guys? Nick's Daily here. Honestly, I don't even know what to say in this video because the last 2 months of the season was so exciting for the Knicks. Emmanuel Quigley, Obi Toppin, Miles McBride, Jericho Sims. We were starting to see the young guys finally get run. This offseason, obviously, we got rid of Alec Burks and Nerlens Noel. We traded our first-round pick, opened up salary for Jalen Brunson. So we now have a point guard. We had Alec Burks playing point guard last season. We also went out there and signed Isaiah Hartenstein, Julius Randle's in shape. RJ Barrett obviously is looking like he potentially could be a franchise caliber player. Everything's looking good until it wasn't. Coach Thibodeau said today that Evan Fournier is the front runner to start over Quentin Grimes. And this doesn't make sense for two reasons. One, Evan Fournier is just, I'm not gonna say he's a bad basketball player, but he can't do anything besides shoot. And I think Quentin Grimes is actually a better shooter. So I don't think Evan Fournier does anything better on a basketball court than Quentin Grimes. Not to mention how old is Fournier? He's probably like 28 or 29. So he's 6 years older, 6+ years older. We also drafted Quentin Grimes, right? We drafted him in the first round out of the University of Houston. He was very good in the summer league. He looks like he has star potential because of his 3-and-D ability. At minimum, he can be a 3-and-D guy for the Knicks. And we're starting Evan Fournier over him. It doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. I just don't get the direction of this team, at all. And I don't want to complain because, I am a Knicks fan. I love the Knicks, and I don't want to just sit up here for 10 minutes and complain to you guys. But I don't really know what else to do. I mean, why can't the Knicks just get rid of Coach Thibodeau, ship Randle, start Obi, start Grimes, start Brunson, start RJ, start Mitch, actually play Miles McBride over Derrick Rose, actually play Jericho Sims, the players that we drafted, the young guys, commit to it. I mean, what is the benefit of making the 7th seed this season? Losing in the first round in 6 games, maybe 7? That's not a good year. If the Knicks make the playoffs, sure, we can tell people on the street, hey, the Knicks are in the playoffs. Okay, for a little over a week, and it's stupid. If we make the playoffs, fully just playing the guys we drafted and Brunson, Hartenstein that we brought in, that's great. That's actually a good season. But at the same time, if you are committing to Randle over Obi, which they obviously are, if you're committing to Derrick Rose being the first player off the bench, if you're committing to not playing Jericho Sims, he's not even in the rotation, that's pretty disappointing because he looked good last season. He got a couple of spot starts, was putting up double doubles. Obviously has that athleticism. He looked good in the Obi Toppin, just isn't good or was a bust. But every time he's actually played minutes, 30+ minutes, he's looked good. So, I mean, the Knicks had an incredible offseason. Jalen Brunson, Isaiah Hartenstein, those 2 moves alone give the Knicks at least a B this offseason. And they could even go higher if they actually are developing their player. For Cam Reddish, and played him less minutes per game than he was playing in Atlanta. The reason why the Hawks moved Cam Reddish was because they just didn't have a spot for him because they were loaded at that position. So the Knicks traded for him, and then Coach Thibodeau just basically flat out said that he didn't even want Cam Reddish, so he wasn't playing him. He gave him 13 minutes just to say he played him, but Cam wasn't able to find a rhythm. How do you find a rhythm in 13 minutes of action? Assuming you're a talented player. If you're a bench player, that's fine. But I mean, Cam Reddish is a former first-round pick. He showed a lot of potential in this league. I definitely think that he has the potential to be one of the better players, at least 3-and-D wise in this league. But again, he just hasn't gotten an opportunity yet. And it seemed like the Knicks finally could have a use for him because, I mean, you look at the New York Knicks bench, they definitely could use a 3-and-D player. They don't really have anyone like Cam Reddish. If you look at our bench, it's Emmanuel Quigley. It's, I guess Quentin Grimes is coming off the bench at this point. And then we've got Jericho Sims. We've got Obi Toppin, so that leaves a wide open spot at the small forward position, but he's still, it doesn't really make any sense. Cam also did deal with injuries, which is a part of the reason why it hasn't really worked out, but you almost think he's not on this roster. And I did see an article ranking the best Knicks players, and Cam Reddish was last. So it goes to show that the Knicks have a talented roster, and I do think that they will win over. I'd say we definitely will be winning over 40 games. We're not going to be getting up towards 50. Probably 40 to 44 games we'll probably win this season. But I really was excited to see the Knicks just develop the young core. I'd rather watch that than just a bunch of veterans. It doesn't make any sense, bro. It really doesn't. But that's all I got for you guys. Peace.